Yeah, what's
I think he may be off the show.
Oh no.
Well,
listen. I said it from the get-go.
He got 1 week,
and I will have 6 donuts, and I'll be swinging. You never get off the line on me, even at 38 and 25 down. You never get off the line on me. They know. Hey, look at this guy. Looks like that shoulder hangs a little bit. Maybe a quick pop. More in that shoulder. You're never getting off the line. Game prep.
You done?
I want to pick forever in a room full of TVs. I
You're gonna tell me how to do the list? I created this list.
Winners for you and me. I want to jump right in your hole and catch
When you say gut it, that means I don't gut it at all.
I want to pick with
add it to my card.
anybody, anytime, anywhere.
Pick him. I'll do it all day. Pick him.
3, 2, 1. Barstool Pick'em week 4. We're brought to you by DraftKings. Rivalries are real. The bands are loud, and the upsets, they're already shaking up the rankings. College football is rolling, and there's still time to turn your picks into big payouts with DraftKings Sportsbook. You think you know the game? Prove it every Saturday, from live betting during the game to rivalry week odds boosts, and so much more. DraftKings Sportsbook has everything you need to stay in the action from kickoff to the final whistle. Whether you're betting on your go-to team or making moves mid-game as the momentum shifts, Saturday yours to own with DraftKings Sportsbook. Here's something special for first-timers. New customers, bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, use code PICK. That's code PICK for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 in partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. What's up, boys? How we doing?
Good. What's going on?
Good. Feeling good. Dave?
Good. I had a good week last week.
Yeah, you did.
But not in real life, but I did kind of good in real life, but I was 0-7 in NFL, so it didn't matter. 1-6.
Yeah, NFL. You and I were texting Dave on Sunday. It's just I hate this. I hate gambling. I was like, yeah, I just can't win in the NFL right now.
NFL's stupid. I may be.
You might be just out on the NFL.
I'm just mad at the NFL. The NFL's dumb.
The Jaguars, I know this is a college show, but the Jaguars and Cardinals combo on Sunday was so brutal.
I actually had Carolina. That was my only win.
Oh, jeez. That was just the Cardinals just decided to play 2.5. They scored on the opening drive of the second half, and they're like, all right, we're good. We got this game. We don't have to worry about anything else. Rico, how are you doing? So the records, bad week for me, bad week for Rico.
Horrible.
The records now are Dave is in first place, 23-6. They're 23-18. I'm 48-2. Rico's 14-26. The squeeze out by Dave has been successful ever since he squeezed me out and limited my plays. I've gone the opposite direction, so congrats to Dave on that. Rico, you've had a bad run.
Yeah, there's 12, 13 weeks left. You got to figure out a way to go 2-3 games above 500 each week and just build and build and build, and we'll see. We'll go from there. But it's been ugly. Yeah, it's definitely been ugly.
Yeah, and your mortal Iowa State almost lost outright.
Yes, I do think if that kid doesn't run into the kicker in the first half, it changes a little bit of the course of the game.
Okay.
Covers the first half number. They got a 3-and-out, about 7 minutes left. Arkansas State takes forever to come back down on that drive. They did go right back down and score. I think that changes the course.
Wasn't there a holding call?
There was some definitely
Oh,
some
yeah,
shady
you got the luckiest call in the whole game.
Yeah, at that point, though, the holdings didn't necessarily affect the spread. You would have needed a miracle kind of to that degree, but
you got the luckiest call in the whole game, though.
Facts. They could have lost the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But at that point, I'm.
It's a bad pick.
If I'm not
how big of a favorite
it's a bad
were they?
pick. 21.
So
21.
what are we talking about?
They won by 8, right?
Yes.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah, it was a bad pick. I'm not trying to defend.
No,
I do think in the first half things could have changed. They could have covered the first half, which I also had.
That's life.
I know, yeah.
But the kid made we'd all be dead. Things could change.
Awful penalty. Awful penalty.
No, awful pick.
Awful pick too. Yeah, awful pick.
Right.
But yeah. How was Pizza Fest? Pizza Fest good?
Yeah. It's always a good event. You were there, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw you. You brought he brought his family in, which I thought was bullshit, if we're being honest.
He did
Like,
that to me.
I texted Dan instantly. Well, I'm in the RV. Rico brings in his entire family. That is bullshit. I don't want to see them. I don't want to know that there's other people involved when you're being in. Like, yes, you're a despicable guy. So I see your family, and it's like, oh, they're calling my husband Hitler and this horrible dude. And then I go see them. People like, Daddy, is that the guy who says you're the worst guy alive? Yeah, it is. I shouldn't have to. They shouldn't be in my thought process. Dan said, I think accurately, human shields.
Yeah. Yeah, he did it like a few months ago. I met his whole family, and I was like,
I don't want to see them. I don't want. Yeah.
This changes everything in my head. Like, now I got to see you as a real guy. Like, I don't want to do this.
No.
I don't want to be put in this spot. So yeah,
It's bullshit.
It's like when a coach loses a game and then they have their kids at the presser after, and they're just like, look, I'm just a dad. Like, it's a tough loss, but I'm just a dad.
Yeah, that's what Canelo did. I hate when people do that. I won. I have a great family. The Mike Rapoli, whenever he loses a horse race, he takes a picture with his kid eating ice cream. That's bullshit. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't
celebrate.
It's a very Coach K move. It's just like, actually, wins and losses don't matter to me. It's about the big picture. No, it's not.
Yeah. But they matter a whole hell of a lot when you win.
Right.
Like, I'm not. It's only when you lose. So, anyways, I didn't want to see it. I thought it was a dirtbag move by Bosco.
I agree. To be with your family on a Saturday afternoon and bring it in front of Dave's face, dirtbag move.
It wasn't like they came in, they came out. Whoosh, whoosh. It was just clearly an intentional Bosco move.
No, not this time. My wife was like, "Listen, do you think we can meet Dave? It's been years and years. Like, I'd like to say hello." It's all right. Yeah, I mean, it's very appreciative. There was no sympathy. There was no like holding it over your head. It was just say hello.
Yeah,
appreciative.
It was also
out.
It's also crazy just meeting your wife, just knowing like what you've said about us. Like you,
100%.
like I know when I met her, I was like, "Oh, very nice to meet you," but I'm thinking in the back of my head, the things that have been said in that household about me and Dave and how much we've ruined his life have to be off the charts.
Security Mike and Security Pat moved in closer. They don't know what was about to happen.
There's also a lot of ownership.
Yeah.
She said, you shouldn't be an asshole for it's accountability.
Okay. It was fun having you here, Bosco, for the stream. Good stream on Sunday. Good chop with the boys. Did you see, Dave, did you happen to catch the fake fuck that he did to me? Which was such a Bosco move.
Yeah, I did.
Bad.
Was that not the most Bosco move of all time?
They put time back on the clock, Dan. I could sniff what was going to happen. I felt bad for you. It's your team.
Yeah, but
you were still kind of in it. That put it away. And as it turned out, I didn't need that exact touchdown.
But I didn't need the fake
everybody
fuck.
scored 100.
For people who don't see it, didn't
Yeah,
see
I
it,
know.
he
Well,
bet
what do you want me to
Amon-Ra
say?
to score a touchdown, and he scored a touchdown in my face, and Rico cheers and then goes, fuck! Like trying to
bad.
pretend like he was
say?
mad with me, and then he's like, but he's fist pumping. It was a fake fuck. You fake fucked me.
I saw it on. Yeah.
I put the friendship above the paycheck.
I don't care. I don't
It's
care.
all right.
That was the point. It's like you should root for your bet. Just don't fake fuck me.
Right.
I know.
You
really.
You 100% did not put the friendship above the paycheck.
Fair enough.
At all. That's the
that makes sense.
opposite.
Yeah. So
All right. Makes sense. All right, let's take a quick break to tell you about Ro.co. Ro Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for stronger, harder erections. They hit the bloodstream faster because they dissolve under the tongue. Super easy process. I always like the dissolve type of things. Way easier. And getting hard faster means having more sex. After they dissolve, they work in 15 minutes on average. Ro Sparks can give guys thicker, longer erections than you usually have because they get fuller. Ro Sparks give you the boost to last longer, so it's more fun for you both. Ro stays active in your system up to 36 hours, so you can go back to back, round after round, and be ready the morning after. Listen, obviously, it's still nice out. You're getting in towards Christmas time. Everybody's dating their people from the summer. It's a fun time. Everybody still loves each other. Wedding season. Like, you always want the thicker, longer erections. Ro takes care of that. Ro.co. Ro connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, so there's no awkward conversation with in-person providers. If approved, treatment ships directly to their door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/pick to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/pick for $15 off your first order. It was a good Sunday. Might not be out there for a while, but it was a good Sunday.
Yeah, what's
I think he may be off the show.
Oh no.
Well,
listen, I said it from the get-go.
We got 1 week?
Dan, we got a deep lineup. If he says I'm not hitting, I'm not hitting. So the best you can do is go to the cage, and I will have 6 fucking donuts, and I'll be swinging. But we have a deep, deep lineup. There's no woe me. T-Bob's great. The show was unbelievable. Would have been nice to talk to Dan Lanning being a ducky guy, but that's how it works. Deep lineup, figure it out, get in the lab, get better. He's the boss. He makes the call.
It's not so much an indictment of Bosco. I'm figuring out the thing. I think most people know. The rundown, I like hosting. I can host it. I get the subjects. I go down a good flow. This show, host isn't always my thing. Like if you look at we're talking to Molly Querim who got fired, but like the first take where you have a host and you have 2 people who go back and I'm a sling. Like I'm so worried about hosting, I'm not being able to do the other. So I thought last Monday's show with T-Bob, who I was definitely worried about T-Bob being too much when I'm on it. Like T-Bob, I just need him to serve it up and not do exaggerated laughs and let like the people around. I thought it went really good. I texted him. It was a good show. And I wasn't even there. And it's really hard to do it remote. But I thought it was good. So I'm moving around. And if T-Bob's the host, that works with me and Walker and maybe Jay Will. I don't even know Jay Will, but that I'm going to see what the best show is. If that means Bosco's on the pine, it means Bosco's on the pine. Jay Will texts. He goes, am I out? I go, I'm figuring out rotations. I put it in basketball talk. It's show 3. I'm going to figure out what I think worked. That was the first show when it ended. I'm like, okay, that was pretty good.
Yeah. Listen, it's hard to do. It's hard to figure out. Like this is why when Dave, you and I talked about it, I was like, we need someone who can host, who can kind of run point, and that's why T-Bob. I was like, T-Bob should do that. And you got to get comfortable with T-Bob.
Yeah. And I don't want Iverson running the point, putting up 40. I need Stockton. I need him just dishing.
Right. And I think he's very coachable, and he did a good job. But yeah, it's also a hard show to figure out the flow because everyone's doing 1 day. So it's not like you'd be able to figure it out a lot faster if you were doing it every single day, 5 days a week. You would have it like done by the week 2, but you're on week 3 and you've only done 3 episodes.
And it's like the flow of figuring out funny videos to get in that you want to talk about that would be rundown videos. Like we spent a lot more time talking NFL and college. Like when we do the rundown, it's like, all right, NFL college, it's a quick convo, you go, and then you're hitting the funny videos. So it's a lot of just figuring out. It's figuring it out still. But and Bosco, our first show, I didn't think was great. Again, it's not you. It's you that you got suspended for a week and we're figuring things out.
Yeah. I mean, the suspension was justified. Anytime you get hit first and then react, that's justified.
Right.
So, but, yeah, let's, for all he can't change. He's fucked up. He's an asshole. He's a dirtbag. What's good for Barstool is not always necessarily the best for you, but putting Barstool in front 3 years ago, you can't do it. You won't do it. Here we go. What's good for the team? Let's do it. We got a deep, deep lineup, and we're definitely probably adding more people. So let's get going.
They said you'd never do a show in the do, and you stepped up to the plate and did 2.
That's true.
Right, against my own will after being assaulted. Hank, that's a great point.
You attacked the guy and got suspended, but
that's very big of you, Rico, that you're okay with this. But it does sound like
family. Have you met his family, Hank?
Yeah, in the office last year.
He brought in the whole family.
Yeah, well, he came. We
were in the portal.
We
were heavily in the portal.
What?
Rico has
what does that
mean? Dave, he's obviously you've seen it, the song and dance of maybe Willie Woney would move to Chicago. He likes to talk about it in college basketball terms. So he's like, big transfer in the portal.
Like transfer from New York to Chicago?
Yeah, that's how he talks about himself.
Oh, so they were in the Chicago office.
And I do think he actually would like to move. I think it's genuine, but yeah, big transfer in the portal. That's what he says.
Not even a transfer. You're in the same company.
Big transfer in the portal.
Got to keep it light.
Keep it light. I've been enjoying Bosco this year. He's been
Yeah, I
fun.
know.
But it does stink because it sounds like, Dave, you keep saying we're going to figure it out, but it sounds like the Bosco not on the show has already been figured out.
Well, again, I'm going to be in Chicago next week. T-Bob's going to host on Monday. We'll see how dynamic is with me there. Maybe it's more of a remote. We're figuring it out. This is, if we're, again, he's using the portal. I'm using figuring my rotations, basketball in an NBA season.
Analytics.
Where we're at like game 4. So a long season figuring out what works. But I thought that was our best show. And I'll try to build on that to try to create our best Monday shows.
What did the analytics say, Rico? What was that?
Analytics in terms of Dave finding out the best, or basketball coaches, the 5 best guys on the court. What's the highest plus minus? Best duos, Ken Palm. They look at when these 2 guys are on the court, it works the best. So yeah, analytics.
I also think, which I said earlier, which applies to Jay Will and applies to Bosco a bit, they're basketball guys first.
True.
So
True.
maybe when basketball rolls around, there's more of that. And Walker's definitely football. I mean, Walker and I have a great dynamic. We've done a lot of shows together. So we'll see. We're figuring it out.
There's a lot of shows. It's a long deal. Good to go.
And this clearly is not.
Yes.
This isn't like punishing Bosco or a shot at Bosco.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
It could have been any person on any of the 5-day weeks in terms of what can work and what could be the best rotation.
Well, I don't know
Correct.
if anyone would have gotten suspended one weekend.
True.
But yeah.
That's fair. That's fair too, Dan. You got to be better.
Yeah. Because you did put yourself in the spot to have this happen.
What you guys forced to do into the casino?
Well, no, that was
Get
Jackie
salted.
Tables. Because
I had absolutely nothing to do with any of that.
He's right.
it was Jackie Tables and Gaz. In the poker tournament, I had nothing to do with the poker tournament.
Great episode, though.
Great episode, though. Did numbers. All right. Also, Dave, what'd you think? What'd they think about? Were they happy with Big Noon? It was fun being your PR person on Big Noon.
What I thought was interesting on that one, and I tweeted out, you're like, I'm going to answer the questions like you will. It'll infuriate people. I'll be your PR person.
I answered it like I thought you would have.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
It was funny, Rob Stone just being like,
I know.
he actually had this pizza thing scheduled for like 6 months. Like, yeah, I know. Yeah, it was fun, though. Those guys are the best. It was a lot of fun. Went out to dinner with them Friday night. Like, they're easy to work with, so it's fun. And we're going to be in Utah on Saturday, so we're doing
I assume no gambling in Utah, right?
I not only know gambling, but I was looking it up, and it's like if like you and I make a handshake bet, I think we go to jail.
Can you drink?
I think you could. I think there's some places you could drink, but yeah, because I had the same thought last night. I was like, I got to get my bets in. I bet you it's no gambling. I was like, let me just double check. Who knows? Maybe that's something Mormons do, and I don't know. And it was literally like no gambling, no cards, no nothing. So yeah. But I'm excited to go. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, I've never seen it. New campus, always fun to see these places. They actually invited, I wanted to do it, but I don't know when we're leaving, to like the student section. It's like we are the best student section in the country. They actually want you and I there. Like we do all these traditions, come in for the beginning of the game, but I don't know that we'll have time.
Yeah. All right, before we get to the featured games, the rivalries, the marching bands, the upsets, Saturdays are made for football, and DraftKings Sportsbook is celebrating college football's game of the week with a special profit boost for all customers. Just opt in for the game this Saturday, and you'll score a single-use profit boost token for the game. Whether you're betting on your go-to team or an underdog, Saturdays are yours to own with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code PICK. That's code PICK for all customers to get a special profit boost on the college game of the week. In partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. Okay, let's get into it. Let's talk about those games. We got Texas Tech at Utah starting us off. So we'll be there. Big Noon Kickoff. We're going to do the Barstool College Football Show. Then Big Noon Kickoff. Dave will be on.
Get there early. Get there early. 7 a.m. we're starting.
Although I think it'll be a good crowd because
they've
like they were saying Big 12, like some of these schools, like, you know, they don't usually have shows come. We're going to be there. We're going to do a doubleheader. Shout out, by the way, Northwestern ended up being a great crowd. I don't know if you saw some of the clips, Dave.
I saw the end of it. Yeah. I saw that they showed up.
It was a shitty weather, and they showed up. So yeah, Utah, Texas Tech. Texas Tech. It's right now. It's sitting Utah -3. Over under is 57.5. I think, Dave, you got to bet this. Utah just out of spite for the kid that's trying to like pretend that we fired him because he said thoughts and prayers to Charlie Kirk.
That kid. I hate that kid.
It's gotcha culture. It's gotcha culture. It's trying to do gotcha culture.
That kid. I didn't even know what was going on, and I see a post, Texas Tech kid saying I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
like crazy. Side note, I didn't love the way our people handled it either. Like, before you fire a kid over something like this, you could just suspend him and be like, let me kick it up the chain to be like how we handle. But the whole thing was a shit show. But that kid's the worst from Texas Tech.
Yeah, so for people who didn't see the Viceroy program, it's a hard and fast rule. You cannot tweet anything that's personal. So you have your personal account. You could tweet whatever you want from your personal account, but the actual Viceroy account is a brand. It's a brand account. It's like remember they found like the Chargers. These are funny tweets, but the guy who used to run the Chargers account when Twitter was like brand new, he would tweet like, really want to go to PF Chang's with my wife tonight, like hungry for PF Chang's. Like he would just tweet that shit. You can look it up. It's very funny. But it was like when Twitter first started, and it was a guy running the Chargers account, and he was just tweeting off the top of his head. You can't tweet anything personal. He tweeted thoughts and prayers, which is not a problem if you like. It's obviously thoughts and prayers, but you just tweeted from your personal account, and then he like basically said that we're the worst people, and Dave fired him, and
I'm a fraud.
Yeah, for political reasons. It's like, no, it's just you. If you have a Twitter account, a Viceroy brand account, you shouldn't be tweeting your personal opinion or personal anything.
Anything, like any account, like Wendy's, like whatever, you're not going to see them doing personal. Now he's going to be like, how is that even a political? It doesn't matter. You were told not to do it beforehand. Like it is a political thing. We're not trying to have 18-year-old interns. We don't even know, with 200 of them deciding what they can tweet and what they can't. So there's a back and forth after this with are the people running the Viceroy programs. He's also, by the way, calling people like assholes he's like in the company, like, you're an asshole from the branded account. Just use your social.
Right.
And before I even knew any of this happened, he had written like an essay, how I'm a fraud and shit. It's like, if he reached out to me, I may have been like, you made a huge mistake. Don't do it again, and you can continue to run the thing. Like, but he didn't. He went nuclear before I even knew it was an issue. And like, we have 1 million people who commented on that assassination from their personal accounts.
Right. And it's
by
also,
the way, you can still get fired from your personal account depending on what you do. Like, but everything goes personal.
Right.
But like, that doesn't mean you can just do still. If somebody's like, I'm a big fan of the KKK, like, you'll get fired if you do that from your personal account. So that doesn't mean you can do anything, but your personal is pretty clear. If you have a personal opinion on worldviews and you're not talking about Texas Tech or Texas Tech sports, which 100% of the posts to that point is about Texas Tech and Texas Tech sports, you're a caretaker of the account. You're not putting your personal interest, bias, whatever it may be, on that account. Like, what if somebody went the other way, is like, RIP George Floyd? Like, that's political too. We don't want that on the branded accounts that aren't yours. Right. And so it's pretty simple.
And it also, it turned into a point where he was, he's now kind of almost using Charlie Kirk's death to try to grow his own personal and be like,
he's like, unfollow this one, follow this one,
it's not
making it stink.
Yeah, it's grifting at that point. All right, so I'm taking Utah for that.
Yeah, that you sold me, Utah.
Utah.
Yep. Reminder: the Texas Tech kid before him was also a rat. So
no. See, Rico, this is the crazy part. We have a guy who like has like, this is a legitimate thing. And then Texas Deegs, who by all accounts is just a diehard stoolie, who you thought was inner circle after meeting him for like 2 seconds, made good content by sending us your DMs. He's not in the same boat as him.
Right. That's fair.
Dave has long rants, and then he just throws in Texas Deegs in there, being like, yeah, that guy sucks too.
He sucks for different reasons.
So
I could like him for
the kid before who ran the account?
Dave, he's the kid before is the kid that Rico literally put into his like inner circle DMs, and then Rico
a Texas Tech intern you did?
Yeah, and then the kid
I didn't know he was.
And then the kid told us he sent us a screenshot, which again, good job because that's funny as fuck. And then this is your you problem, Rico. You let people into her.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I know. I gotta get better. But Utah for me. The key here is they gotta turn him over. The quarterback for Texas Tech, 11 TDs, 1 INT. So Utah's got to get to him with those turnovers. I like Utah at home, -3.
Yeah, if we're really talking about this game, like Utah, I'm taking Utah -3 just because they're home. Both these teams, I think, are very good, but both these teams have played no one because Texas Tech has absolutely whooped up on Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, Oregon State. Utah beat UCLA, who might be the worst team in the country. Cal Poly and Wyoming at Wyoming, which is a little tougher, but Wyoming's not very good. So yeah, I'm just taking the home team -3.
I'm writing a note. Keys to the game from Bosco: win the turnover battle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is some big time. That is some big time analysis.
You're right. All right, that's fine. I'll just.
What?
I'm gonna That's fine. You want to open? That's fine. I'll cliche you to death now. Go ahead.
A Bosco threat.
Let's go. How many can you get off?
Let's do it.
Let's see.
Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Buckle up. It's about to get awful cliche-ish in here.
All right. Illinois and Indiana. Indiana's -4.5. Over-under is 52.5. I'm excited for this game. It's crazy where we're at. Like, if you told me 10 years ago Illinois and Indiana would be a top 20 matchup and big-time stakes, because it does feel like this could be an elimination game for potentially a at-large college football bid. If the winner of this team can take care of business, they have a couple, I think Illinois plays Ohio State, whatever. This game, though, will be the tiebreaker. I'm going to take Indiana -4.5. I just think they're good again. And I love Bielema. I love Altmaier. I just think Indiana at Indiana. I'm going to take Indiana -4.5. Rico.
The home team is always more motivated and defense travels. So I'll take Indiana in the under.
Nice.
I don't agree with the home team. That's a bad cliche. The defense travels cliche.
I'm a cliche guy.
1 or 2, but that wasn't.
Can I open it up? Can I actually speak? Or you want cliches? Because the kid has 1 interception. You got to figure out a way to turn him over. I played the defensive backfield. You built We're different guys.
You never played the game, Dave.
You built a fucking empire. That's great. Like, whatever. But you never had a fucking leadership in a locker room in Division III. Football, 6 tackles, MIT, 1 INT against Endicott. Huge win on the road. You don't know what it is. You never get off the line on me, even at 38 and 25 down. You never get off the line on me.
What does this have to do with
our
anything?
coaches were always good with the film. They know, hey, look at this guy. Looks like that shoulder hangs a little bit. Maybe a quick fucking pop. More in that shoulder. You're never getting off the line. Game prep.
You done?
I like that. Never getting off the line on Bosco.
Jerk. You got to figure out a way to throw different defenses at that kid and make interceptions. Cause problems. That's not crazy. That's not just cliche. He's got 11 TDs and 1 INT. You got to figure out a way to get to turnover.
They play nobody.
Throw a different blitz package at him.
Yeah.
Corner, we're showing different things. We're rolling this. We're looking like it's 4. We're rolling down to 3.
You got to win the turnover battle.
You got to figure out a way to turn him over at home. Got to figure out a way to do that.
Got to.
And obviously, I like Willingham at home.
Yeah. Because
Utah.
Probably turn him over.
And it's Utah at home. We've been talking about this for 10 years. They're great at home.
Correct. That's why I'm not so like you don't go into it. Just first of all, a turnover battle. Yes, it's the most important statistic in football.
Thank you.
All right.
Now address the fact that you would never be able to get off the line against Rico.
At this point, I probably couldn't get off versus anybody. I don't know. That's him.
Okay.
He's not.
There we go. 2-0, Rico. You just won that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do like the under here.
Like anybody could play football where he played football. Anybody.
No, that's not true.
Anybody.
It's not true. It's just not true.
Anybody.
It's not true.
If you were a warm body, you could play football.
Okay.
Who couldn't play football? What, Nichols? Who couldn't play football there? Who?
You had to be recruited. You didn't just take anybody.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, you did.
Show up, say, I want a helmet. They give you a helmet. You're on the team.
No, that's bullshit.
That is not bullshit. Nichols has a big recruiting budget. Give me a break.
Not big, but they definitely go up and down the East Coast.
Anybody can play football. You have, like, I don't even know why you would. Like, who wants to play Division III football?
Sounds like a guy who can't get off the line against Dave. Against Rico. He's
Like,
scared
no.
Bosco.
It's an accomplishment to stay. I mean, not everybody's going to play for Michigan.
It isn't. No, to be like,
it's
we
not
beat
an accomplishment?
We beat MIT is not an accomplishment. That is not MIT football. Beating MIT football, not an accomplishment.
Okay. Were you recruited for Division III baseball?
I would say, like, me, not really recruited, but
You don't want to continue your career? You didn't want at any
I
point.
went to Michigan and I tried to walk on because, like, Division III baseball, by the way, is different than football. You're not getting like hit and banged up and stuff.
Yeah, Rico had a
That's
commitment.
even more a testament to your character.
Yeah, you just made his point for him.
You made my point for me. Who would play D3 football? Bosco. Crazy. Psycho.
Shit.
Rico, what was your record at Nichols?
We were down to Jackie
Oh,
Google.
Jackie.
Jackie Google. All right,
2008,
I
I
didn't
think.
hide it. I'm not hiding it. All right, I'm not hiding it.
100, my bad.
We had in the first game our all-conference quarterback my freshman year.
Answer the question.
Bosco.
0-9, 5-4, 5-4, 2-7, I believe.
2-8.
A lot of injuries. A lot of
So
injuries
you
the first
in
year.
the 2 games that you won, Emerson and MIT?
No, we went 5-4 sophomore and junior year.
Did you win the MIT game?
We lost on a 45-yard field goal in the rain.
Where do you play at MIT?
We on that field. They got a field.
They do?
So you
Yeah,
you
they
had
got a
good
field.
stats, but your team lost against MIT.
Were those all little, like,
We
Indian engineers and stuff that you were
Yeah.
playing? Like, who the hell is
they're
on MIT?
disciplined. You want to talk about guys with a disciplined fucking game plan? Those guys are disciplined. No offsides. Look up fucking MIT's offsides in that game, Jack. How many? Probably none. It's like playing a service academy.
Yeah, that's true.
MIT in the circle.
Discipline, Dave. You don't fucking know. Discipline. All right, Illinois and Indiana. That's what we're on right now. Indiana's minus 4.5. Over-under's 52.5.
I do like the defense. I'll take the under.
Okay, Dave.
I like Illinois, the quarterback. I think it's a close game, field goal game at the end. I will say I'm totally confused. No idea. Thought I understood what channels games are on. I have no idea. Was there a draft or something? Like, this game's on NBC.
Yeah. So they draft it. I talked to them last.
Yeah, like
the other
Michigan,
day.
Nebraska, I would have sworn was going to be like a big noon kickoff game. That game's on CBS. I thought Fox had like the Big Ten.
No, so I talked to some of the people over the weekend because I was like, how Evanston, how are we here? I know obviously Northwestern's not having the best season, but Oregon's good. They have NBC, CBS, and Fox. They sit down and they do a television draft. They draft weekends.
That's so cool.
I know. I said we need to televise that. Like, I
Yeah.
would be interested in watching this. So
Yeah,
like,
you should walk to the podium.
I
Like
know.
that, like the draft.
I know, because I said to the guys, like, oh, I'm sure we're gonna do Oregon, Penn State, whiteout, and they're like, no, NBC drafted that high.
So
they have the night game.
So does Fox have, because the first pick's clearly Michigan, Ohio State,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So do they always have the first pick, Fox?
Yeah,
How does IU has a pick?
I think they said they get the first 3, I believe.
Got it.
So that's how they get Ohio State, Michigan, and then they get they picked Ohio State, Texas.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think they have Ohio State, Penn State too, I think.
That must have been their third pick.
That's
Yeah.
super risky too. You could get a game in the middle of October or early November. You're like, this gonna be lights out, and somebody shits the bed, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And now you're stuck with it too. You know.
I also was trying to get I was trying to like do strategy talk with some of the behind the scenes Fox people. I was like, why wouldn't you not take Ohio State, Michigan, knowing that game has to be played at noon anyway?
Yeah.
And they're like, we got to do it out of respect. I was like, I'd just leave that knowing they can't pick it. But I guess that's like being a partner in something. I don't know. I just try to.
Why couldn't a different channel pick it?
Because I don't think CBS and NBC wouldn't run a game at noon.
Just out of principle.
Right. I don't think I think out of principle, because I think they have the allotted windows. But yeah, it's fascinating. I really would love to see a draft. I also, Rico, you'll appreciate this. I was at a dinner. We had a bunch of Fox people there, and I was giving them all my best ideas, and all my best ideas were literally just like play a college basketball game after the Super Bowl, move the crown up, and what was the other one? It was just basically all give me more gambling things.
Yes.
But I was like, they like the idea of the of a college basketball game after the Super Bowl.
It's a good idea.
All right, Miami, Florida minus 7.5, over under 50.5. If you bet Florida last week, I feel bad because that was the right side, and DJ Lagway sucks. I'm gonna take Miami in this game. I just think they're really, really good, and I think their lines are really, really good. I had Miami last week against USF. There's got to be some point where there's a little bit of a quit factor with Florida. That was a demoralizing way to lose that game. Like, be your defense hang that tough, and then DJ Lagway throw 5 interceptions. So I'm gonna take Miami minus 7.5. Dave, what do you got?
Repeat of the rat. Last week I was on Florida. I thought it was a rat. They should have covered. This week again, the line looks like a rat. So again, I think this time they cash it. I'm taking Florida to keep this one close.
Okay, Rico.
You talk about the quit factor. I do think the defense holds a little longer here. They only gave up 18 points.
You guys quit at Nichols during the course of the season?
I tell you when.
No, we did not. Great coaching. Play for your brothers.
So what was your record senior year?
2-8.
So you never quit?
No.
Jack, can you look up the end of the season for them?
On it.
Those engineers, they got discipline.
18 points to South Florida. Last week, Florida's defense gave up 10 first downs to LSU. We know
7 in a row.
That sounds like a team that quit.
Oh, so wait, they started the season 2-1?
What was the score of the final game?
Lost the
Final
first game, won the next 2, then lost 7 in a row. They lost 42-14 in the last game.
Yikes. What?
Okay.
Who was that to?
Winnick. Now it's WNE, Western New England University.
That's a real school?
Also a school
Yeah,
called
man.
Curry. I've never heard of them.
Curry was a
that's in
powerhouse.
Beverly, right?
Powerhouse. Powerhouse.
Curry's in Beverly.
Powerhouse.
They ran the league.
Oh, they did. Look them up. They're fucking animals. They got a great baseball program, too. Shout out Jay Brew. I think that you know about Miami's defense. I like the under 50.5 here.
Okay. Dave, what was your pick here? Florida?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Next game, we've got Oklahoma at Auburn. Auburn minus 6.5, over under 47.5. Obviously, big deal because it is what's his name going back against Auburn. Jackson Arnold. Sorry, it's Auburn at Oklahoma. My bad. Auburn at Oklahoma. Jackson Arnold going back. Oklahoma minus 6.5. Over under is 47.5. What do you guys have for this game? By the way, the Miami game's in Miami as well. Sorry, I misspoke. Rico.
Michigan. I like that they finally have given Underwood a. What'd you say?
Michigan.
I wrote it down in order. I apologize. What'd you say? I'm
So
sorry.
you don't
I blacked
even
out.
You don't listen
we
at all.
talk.
You don't even think of listening.
I was definitely upset about digging into the memories and trying to undermine my athletic abilities. I did write it down in the order he sent it in the text.
You played cornerback
Got
on a
it.
2-8
Dan, I just blacked
Nichols
out. I didn't
team
listen.
that's losing
What's the
42
game,
to
Dan?
14
Let's just get
to a
what's the
school
game?
that doesn't exist
What's the game?
anymore.
What's the game, Dan? I didn't listen. I
Oklahoma,
apologize.
Auburn. This
Okay.
moment happened, by the way, Dave, in the cave on Sunday. Max was sitting next to Rico. Max was talking about the game, and Rico was like agreeing and having a conversation with him. And I had to stop the conversation. I was like, Max, just so you know, Rico's talking about Meek Phil. He's not talking about the game with you. He's so obsessed with whoever's talking about him behind him. They were having a conversation, and Max thought he was like normally just talking about what they're watching. The whole time Rico was just being like, yeah, he sucks. I was like, Rico's talking about Meek Phil. He's not talking about Patrick Mahomes, Max. So that's the Bosco.
He's McPhil's a pusher.
Big time pusher. Big time pusher.
Yeah, no, you know what made Bosco upset? Bosco was wearing a red shirt and he bet on the Eagles. And Meek Phil just said that's a tough look.
He also, though, he gave a Mets update, and I said, what are the Giants doing? Because they're in the race. And he goes, they're playing right now against the Cowboys. Like, I said, I need it. Like, I'm bigger than my problems. Like, it's been 2 weeks, no HIPAA, lady's not answering the phone. Like, again, you keep putting the stick in there, and then when the tiger eats you, oh, my God, how could this animal do it? Just pray the fucking lock stays, Phil. That's all I got to say. You want to keep putting the stick in. Oklahoma, minus the 6.5.
Okay. Great
Mateer in the
pick.
defense.
I like
Mateer in the defense.
I think the defense is what I'm betting on here. Their defense is tackles well. Venables. I love Mateer. I bet him Heisman 16-1. Dave, what do you got here?
Yeah, I mean, I bet stupid really hurt my day. I thought Temple would stay within the 23 first half, first quarter, because I thought Oklahoma would have a letdown coming off Michigan. I know Temple stinks, but watch out, that New Mexico team looked pretty good. So I think Michigan would be pretty good. And they got slaughtered by Oklahoma. So I'm going to take the Sooners here and make that Michigan loss look a little better.
Okay. Last game, Michigan-Nebraska. Nebraska minus 2.5, over under 45.5.
I think I know who Bosco likes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'll start. I like the over in this game. I do think Michigan's going to be able to run the ball. I like the over, 45.5.
I love Biff Ball. Everything he says is funny. They won't let him wear the sleeves, the short sleeves. He said he almost overheated and had to rip it off during the game. He called Underwood Batman, his DNA. Now, Underwood ran the ball last week, and I've been begging for it, and they've said we're going to let him run. And if you watch the highlights, the guy can fucking run.
Yep.
So it adds a whole new element. I actually did Matt Rule's podcast yesterday.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like Michigan. This is a must-win for Michigan. So hopefully they get it. I kind of think it's a must-win for Nebraska, too. I think if either of the teams have visions on the playoffs, they need to have it. I'm going to take Michigan. They're at home. Big game. Big game.
Okay. Huge game. You have to win.
Yes.
You have to win. You can't lose to the Nebraska.
I mean, if they lose this and go undefeated the rest of the way, they're in. But that's a very hard thing to do if you think they've lost these two. They need this game.
It's also kind of I don't want to say it's like but if Nebraska wins, Nebraska's on the rise, and then it'd be like, oh shit, where's Michigan going? Kind of thing. A vibes game for the rest of the season, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, again, the quarterback, and we have a great recruiting class, but I think Michigan's still a team to be reckoned with this year, so I expect them to win.
All right, Rico, do you have any reasoning for the Michigan pick?
Yeah, I think they finally let Underwood play a little bit more. Like Dave said, open up the offense. I like Underwood here. I like Michigan minus the 2.5.
How do you defend that as a cornerback at Nichols? You got a quarterback who can run, throw. What are you doing?
You gotta get pressure on the defensive line. I mean, you know that obviously is the key. Like, you're hoping your guys are getting to him a little bit quicker. But you worry if he's got an arm, you obviously got to worry about the routes. So I'm not worrying about him crossing the line till he gets across. But he definitely causes problems.
Good analysis.
That's really good analysis. Thank you, Rico.
Don't worry about him running, but once he crosses the line of scrimmage, he may turn into a runner. So you got to watch out.
As far as a corner, yeah. I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I asked for. It was good.
All right, let's take a quick break, tell you about our friends at Game Time. The NFL is back. Tailgates, packed stands, that buzz before kickoff. But getting in, nightmare. Queues, price jumps. Getting logged out mid-click. All you want is to be there, beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. If you're talking about a party this week in the NFL, the Buffalo Bills, Thursday night, hosting the Miami Dolphins, where they might win by 1,000. $137 to get in, all-day party in Buffalo. It's on my bucket list of stadiums to go to. Great deal via Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PICK'EM for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PICKEM for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
Bosco, you want to do your cards?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Purdue plus 24.5. Now, they hung with USC last week, who I think
had that.
It's a good pick. I think I had USC. Not great. Everybody's talking, Dan, I know you're doing it a little bit of like a shtick or kind of, funny.
Not
Notre
a
Dame.
shtick. Not a shtick. Not a shtick.
Not a shtick. Okay. Okay. I already got him turning on me. I'm just.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Notre Dame running the table 10-2, like being in the playoff. We're bound to have that conversation.
Not a shtick.
I think that will happen.
Yes, that's not I don't think you know what a shtick is. I'm giving my actual thoughts. Whether they run the table or not, I have no idea because they have defensive problems. My whole point was there is no difference this year versus last year. Notre Dame threw 2 games. Last year they lost to NIU. They had to run the table. This year they lost to 2 college football playoff teams. They have to run the table. So everyone's saying the season's over. I think they're in the exact same spot they were last year.
Okay, then you clarified it. I apologize.
What part of that would ever have been a shtick? You're
Not
right. I'm a writer. Fuck
No,
that.
not
Fuck
necessarily.
that.
You're right.
I'm a writer. I'm a writer.
We'll sort it out. Not necessarily a shtick, but like the immediate thing of like, Notre Dame can still be in the playoff and kind of
They 100%. They win out, they're going to get in.
They can.
Yes. Yeah,
they will.
I don't think they. That's the thing. I don't think they.
That's not the conversation
where I'm going.
I'm having.
But okay, and that's where I'm switching the conversation. Maybe they're just not that good. They still got USC down the road. Maybe Notre Dame. Granted, they did play 2 very tough opponents.
What are we talking about Notre Dame for?
Because they play Purdue,
And he has Purdue.
and I got Purdue. So I'll take the points here with Purdue. Maybe
Okay.
Notre Dame's not that good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going off of my
Tulsa.
shtick. It's a shtick bet.
I forgot they were playing Purdue, so that's my
Okay.
bet.
Thank
you.
Speaking of teams who are just horrible, Oklahoma State is a dumpster fire, and it's a shame because I love Gundy. I'll take Tulsa plus the 12.5. I think we should do this, the 3 of us. Dave used to do it, and he got real close. You obviously saw some double-digit outright upsets last week. A three-teamer in terms of money line between the 3 of us at the end. Like, hey, I think they win it on the field. I will put Tulsa in that money line. Georgia State Vandy under 53.5, and Florida State second half points over 20.5.
What?
Gets to the mortal. It goes coincided with the mortal.
Wait, second half what? Is that a real bet you can place?
Yes. Shout out DraftKings, best in the business. Florida State second half points over 20.5.
That's a real bet?
Yes. What? Yes.
Okay.
All right. I got Memphis plus 7.5 at home against Arkansas.
Okay.
Sorry, Dan. I don't think Wisconsin should be favored by 10.5 versus anybody. I'll take Maryland.
I agree.
Oregon minus 35.5. Oregon State. This is Civil War.
Not allowed to say that.
Yeah,
But yes, that was usually the name.
Oregon State's terrible. I like Tulane plus 11.5 against Ole Miss and the over 61.5. The kid, the quarterback, the BYU, he went through all that shit there. I think he was accused of rape. Then they said it wasn't rape, but you're not allowed to have sex at BYU, so he had to leave anyways. But this kid just has winning quarterback play. Florida, I already gave plus 7.5. Rat, Miami, Illinois, plus 4.5. Indiana, I like the over in that too, 52.5. And I like the over Michigan State, USC, 56.5. And then Michigan plus minus the 2.5.
Okay. While Dan's doing his card, Dave, think of your favorite money line outright. Go ahead, Dan.
All right. I got Oregon minus 35.5. I'm with you there, Dave. I think Oregon State is really, really, really bad. FIU minus 6 at home against Delaware. This is based on Bear giving me Delaware last week against UConn. They won outright as 8 and 9.5 point dogs. They played an overtime game. That's an emotional tank. They wanted to win that game. Now they got to go down to FIU. FIU minus 6. Arizona State plus 2.5. They're off, I believe, a bye week. I also just
they played last night.
Oh yeah, wait, who'd they play last week?
State.
Texas State didn't go over.
I would say Kenny Dillingham talking about how important it is to recruit in Texas. Little juice there. I like Kenny Dillingham. I'm going to take Arizona State plus 2.5. Another rivalry game, the Apple Cup. Washington minus 19.5 against Wazoo. They were off a bye. Wazoo's really bad. This is a spot. I'm taking the spot. Kansas minus 13.5. They were off a bye, going against West Virginia. West Virginia just with an unreal comeback, backyard brawl, emotional letdown. I'm taking Kansas minus 13.5. Coastal Carolina's dead, so I'm taking South Alabama minus 14.5. And now I have a string of Rice minus 2.5. That's my Thursday bet. I have a string of overs that I'm going to throw out there. These are teams that I bet the over with and won in the first 3 weeks, and I'm going with
add Kansas. I like the thing. Add Kansas to my card.
Here's my respect overs. Arkansas Memphis over 62.5. Ole Miss Tulane over 61.5. TCU SMU over 64.5. Tennessee UAB over 68.5. Army North Texas over 50.5. My respect overs, I got 5 of them. I basically just was like, I had fun betting these teams. I haven't had a lot of fun to start the season gambling. I'm just going memories, nostalgia. A little 3-week nostalgia.
You gave out that Arkansas Ole Miss over last week, Dan?
Yeah, that was easy.
Oh my God,
so much fun.
Rico, how big you we just need an underdog? How for your thing that you just came up with?
A money line like you used to do.
Yeah,
an outright dog. Yeah, 3. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do my mortal first because I have unnamed in 9 minutes.
Okay.
But my mortal is Illinois. I love Illinois in that game. And for Rico's thing, Memphis to beat Arkansas.
Okay. I'll go with my mortal. By the way, mortals, I'm 3-0. Zupi's 3-0. Ebo 2-1. Everyone else is 1-2. My mortal is going to be Illinois. I gotta look at.
As well.
No. So over in that game. Sorry. I just have to look on the app because I have DraftKings up and it doesn't have Illinois listed. Over 52.5. Oh wait, is that screw up the parlay, Shaq?
Just won't be live in Illinois.
All right, we can pick. We'll pick up.
We can run.
These
Rico's money line parlay and this one, and then that way there will be 2 pick'em parlays up, and then people can bet.
Okay, great.
If that works.
All right, it's great. So over Illinois, Indiana is my mortal. Hank,
Can I take Florida State second half over 23.5?
20. Is it 23.5?
20.5.
20.5. No, you cannot take that as a mortal.
I will take.
I don't have a lot of time. That is Oklahoma. Crazy. That is just the dumbest. Florida State, aren't they a 50-point favorite this week? They could be up 50 at half, and then you don't play. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see. Zupi.
Utah minus 3.
Okay.
Oh,
Ebo.
Michigan minus 2.5. Bully ball.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my card.
Notre Dame minus 24.5.
Okay. Anyone else before Rico? Austin. No. Okay.
Let's take a quick break. Tell you about our friends at Hey Dude. This week's episode is brought to you by Hey Dude. What better way to kick off the football season than with the official shoe of tailgating? Hey Dude is the only option when you're planning your game day fit. Easy to slip on, laid back style, and all day comfort. They hooked us up with a bunch of new pairs, and we'll be wearing them all weekend long. I also wear them all week long, walking around the office doing a bunch of different miles. Check those out right there. The Hey Dudes. Easy to slip on is the part I love. Look good, obviously, in the hot weather now. It's still nice out, but slip them on. You got to take the trash out. Easy access. I love this slip on. Super comfortable, and they feel great. Hey Dude is offering a special offer to get you ready for the season, whether you're in the parking lot before the game or locked into Red Zone from the couch. Make sure you're ready for football season with Hey Dude. For a limited time, go to heydude.com/barstool and use code PICK'EM20 to get 20% off a Hey Dude Barstool collection. That's code PICK'EM20 to grab 20% off all our favorite styles. Order yours today and experience comfort all season long.
Rico, finish us off.
Florida State, Kent State over 56.5. Florida State might get it done themselves.
That's it?
Why not the first half total points versus the second? Because usually in these huge spreads, they go crazy in the first half, and then you can be the victim of them not even trying the second. So I'm curious the logic.
I do think they will get out to a big number. I think I'm putting myself, if Florida State doesn't, let's say they play okay, and it's 24-0 at the half. I think those starters will still play through the third. Where they'll.
Do you think that's what's going to happen in the first?
I think they're going to be comfortable at about 28-31, 28-31-0 at the end of the first half. They don't pull guys in the third quarter. They will play at least 2 drives, probably the entire third quarter. I think that offense gets me at least the 14 I need. I think the defense could go get 7 because Kent State's that bad.
What's the
and
spread
then in the
again?
fourth
20
quarter,
and a half total
you got
points.
guys
What's the whole
showcasing
spread
themselves
in the
now as
game?
backups.
45 and a half.
The second half over is 23.5.
No, but he's taking
No, I know.
Florida. I need 3 touchdowns. I'm going to go get one on the opening drive when Florida State gets the ball, and then maybe if they have to, they pull their guys. I think I'm getting 1 from the defense, and I think I'm
What's
getting
the
2
first
more
half Florida
from the
State
backups.
The
for sure.
First half's Florida State total is 30 and a half.
Can I add that to my card? First half Florida State team total.
I think, Dave, you got to go first half over, second half under.
I don't want to lose. But I'm more comfortable with the 30 first half than 23 or 20 second. So add that.
It's a fun pick, Bosco. This is why I love Pick'em, because this is going to be a discussion somehow.
But
It's a wild glimpse into the madness of Bosco's brain to come up with this pick.
If I had to guess, it's going to be a clip of Bosco like screaming at the TV in his basement whenever this game is played, and on Pick'em next week being like, they had the ball in the red zone with 2 minutes left, and then they decided to kneel. And it's like, yeah, we know.
72.
Well, Dan, what do you want to do? You got 2 guys on opposite side of the fence.
I'm riding with Bosco. I'm taking
right.
the over second half, 20 and a half.
20 and a half. But the mortal is the over in the game.
Yeah.
56 and a half.
Okay.
And then, Dan, give me a money line and let Dave go, and then I'll do the
Arizona State.
Arizona State. Okay, let's search that. Reminder of DraftKings.
That's your mortal.
No, that's for this
money line.
He's doing some weird thing. I don't know.
Oh,
what
No,
he's
because
doing.
hold on. All right.
Wait,
I'm not doing
Arizona
weird
State's
things.
minus
For the last
or
2
plus?
years,
They're
for the
plus?
last
Yeah.
2 years, Dave has always been able to sniff the 3 money lines in terms of straight dogs and got real close. And those are fun to see when it's whatever. It's a huge ticket. Like the 3 of us.
That shout out Kelly in Vegas. She was the one who was doing those to start.
Yeah, all right. It's plus
Hey,
28.
Dave, speaking of which, can we be done with Brian Robinson?
Yeah, I'm done with him.
All right, thank you. That
Done.
was a little. We didn't need
28-76.
I'm done with him.
28-76.
I listen. I just had everything wrong. Like the end of that Monday night game, Falcons Bucks. Like I had
Texans.
Bucks Texans. I had Texans straight, and then I had Che's dumb parlay.
Yep.
I just need it. Like if the Bucks scored, I needed it to be Evans, and then I would have won, or just not score. They run the ball. All right, I got to do it with the
All
end
right,
name.
see ya.
Yeah, all right.
Good show.